Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of House Divided Sports Podcast. It's your boy Wayne, aka Wayne Go Crazy. I'm here with my guys Chubbs and Smook today. Joey will not be in this episode. He's working, so he'll be back on Monday. In this episode, we were talking a little bit of NBA, NFL. Does Daniel Jones deserve $45 million? Is Shady McCoy a Hall of Famer? Also get into NBA All-Star recap and some what we expect in the second half of the season. Before we get started, a few housekeeping things. Make sure you guys follow us on all platforms. House Divided Sports Podcast on House Divided Sports Pod on TikTok, YouTube, and IG. HD Sports Pod on Twitter. Y'all been going crazy on TikTok. Last time we did a video, we were like 12K. Y'all was going crazy. He was like, oh, that's good. Now, today, we are at 23K for our Julio Jones video. Wait till y'all hear our 6'7" AI athletic page of the Stojakovic debate. Think that one gonna get y'all a little hype as well, man. Before we get started, anything y'all got to say to the people, Chubbs and Smoot?
Nah. What's up, peoples? What's up, peoples?
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off by grading the NBA All-Star Weekend. I put game, but just the weekend in general. You guys had to give it a grade. What would be the grade you guys would give it?
We'll give the game itself a C, and I'll give the games a B. I was leaning for B plus, but 3-point contest kind of disappointing in my eyes. Guys that you were expecting to make shots were bricking. And, we're expecting that these are the best shooters in the league going head to head against each other, and it was clearly like only a few guys were really like making them shots. Dunk contest was ass, except for Mac McClung. Mac McClung saved that. Jericho Sims, man, that was the most corny dunk I've ever seen. And the finish, that was like the corniest shit I've ever seen. And the fact that is corny is like they did like an aerial view from like the top camera, and it had like the shot going to where all the players were in the corner, and not one person got excited about that dunk. So all in all-star weekend, I'll give it, if you average out and put the grades, I'm gonna give it a C plus. Talk about the game. I was disappointed in the game. All the the two captains barely even really played. Like Giannis barely played the game. I think he made one bucket, sat out the rest of the game. LeBron, I think, played like a quarter.
Yeah, I think they both were hurt, so that's why they really didn't play.
It wasn't that entertaining, and it usually never really is because there's no defense involved. So, C plus.
Yeah, no, I agree. I give it overall C plus B minus. Then again, I don't know. It was kind of disappointing. I thought the All Star game itself was going to be way more exciting than what it was. It basically was just like a flag football game for basketball. In the past years, I know 2020 was, when Kobe passed away. That was probably one of the most entertaining basketball, all-star games that we've seen in a while. Them competing, going head to head. It probably took 4 or 5 minutes for somebody to get a bucket, because the defense was so intense. And I know a lot of the players were hurt this year. Steph was out, KD was out, Zion was out, Giannis didn't play. But at the same time, I don't even know if it would have been more competitive if they were playing either. I just feel like I just feel like the players are becoming a little bit more entitled. They
Speak
get
on
these
it.
the honors of being an all-star, being able to, play in the game, and they just kind of taking it for granted. I don't know if maybe the way that they did it, as far as, the drafting contributed to how the players played. It could have, some players being picked before other players, some
Man,
people not being picked at all.
I never want to see
Um,
Julius Randle in an All-Star game ever again. I'm sorry.
Why you doing George Randall like that, bro?
I mean, these are All-Stars. These are supposed to be the best of the best, and they're missing wide open shots. People aren't even playing defense on them.
well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I just think it was just lax. Like, what I'm saying? It was just a lax game. And I don't think it should ever be that way. A lot of people were saying that. The Kobe interview was a trend, was something that was trending on Twitter as far as how he never lost or barely lost All-Star games because it was so competitive, and he wanted to, when people play up to the level of competition, it forces other people to play, the same way. But I just think this generation, I'm not gonna say this generation, but these players nowadays are just um maybe more so focused on the playoffs, getting an all-star. They're not valuing being an all-star and actually, respecting the fans as far as, giving them a show. Like it's the best pickup. It's supposed to be the best pickup game in the world among the world's top athletes. And, they come out and just shoot threes, don't play defense, wide open dunks and stuff. And I get, not want to get hurt. I get it. But it's not football. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're working out, if you healthy, I mean, the most you can get is a sprained ankle, or and I get that, and it's getting close to crunch time, but it's not like it's a contact sport. You can get hurt you can get hurt in practice. You know what I'm saying? So what's an extra game in front of on one of the biggest stages against someone on your level? Or once you go out and play, they were saying that when they play in these summer league games, they play all out. So why wouldn't you do it in front of people who want you, voted you in and want to see you play? Like, I just think that it's just become more of a how can I put it? Just for, shits and giggles, and like I don't know, like walk on Broadway. It's more so of I don't want to call it a fashion statement, but you know what I mean? Like it's just under that classification of just like, yeah, I'm here, I'm here for a good time. So, I mean, the All-Star game itself was the worst part of the weekend, in my opinion. Um, the dunk contest was okay. Mac McClung, I told y'all he was going to win. We knew what he was capable of, back when he was in high school. I think all his dunks was, pretty good. He deserved to win. Buddy was snapping. Your boy Tyrese was snapping in the 3-point contest until it mattered. And Dame ended up winning. I think I had Dame winning as well. So I mean, all in all, I mean, it was as far
Tyler
as
fucking Hero, bro. I can't believe that nigga.
as far as
Kevin Herter is the same boat. So
White boy can't shoot.
I just don't get it, but we can dunk.
I mean, just as far as like the mini games and like the stuff leading up to it, I think it was what we expected. It's what we see year after year. But the main stage, as far as the All-Star game, it was a disappointment. So I mean, yeah.
I think you guys were very generous with your grades.
Hold on, before you get into your grading, do you guys think like if it's an injury related thing that there should be just like a written rule in the All-Star game, like no hard fouls, because that comes with going 100%,
There should be
with basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but also, Giannis and Braun was injured, so that's why they really didn't play that much. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think it should be unwritten rules that there should be no hard fouls, or it should be barely fouling anyway.
I mean,
You should still be able to stay in front of your guy.
Yeah, I'm saying
though.
stay in front.
Like,
If he get by you, he get by you.
But it's not even. It's just basketball, bro.
Just
you know what I'm
contest
saying?
it.
Like, 'cause even,
Like,
we remember
close out.
when D Wade broke Kobe nose. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was on purpose.
Yeah.
They were just playing basketball. It happens. Like,
Yeah, they play harder in pickup than they do in these games. So they should act like they all in Chris Brickley gym, and play. Maybe they should just do the All-Star game in Chris Brickley's gym.
That was a 2K reference, if anybody understands.
But yeah, I think you guys were very nice with the grades. I give this shit a D. I think the dunk contest was weak. Matt McClung definitely saved it. Matt McClung is the reason why this isn't an F. Skills challenge was ass. Why are we getting the Antetokounmpo brothers? Whatever their name is. Why are they part? Their ass. Why are we trying to market this thing out?
Because it's a trio.
Make it individual base again. That was used to be like the best part of it. Dunk contest, we got to find a way to get stars in there. If we can't, just get all the best dunkers from the G League or from somewhere else to come participate in that. 3-point competition was a little disappointing. I'm going to give them a pass because that's been the most exciting thing for the past couple of years. All-Star game was ass. Usually you see them ref it up in the fourth quarter, but shit was ass. There was a generative push to get Jason Tatum the All-Star game MVP.
I will admit, him and JB going back and forth was actually kind of entertaining to watch. That was the most entertaining thing I think of the night.
The back-to-back MVP was about to be the last pick. He made sure he wasn't the last pick.
He said, "Brian."
He was like, "Let's go." So, the only thing that got me hyped was when Braun picked Anthony Edwards with the first reserve pick. I was like, he see the vision that I see. Where I said last year on this podcast, Anthony Edwards can be the best young player in the league. Best player in the league one day. So, I like that. But yeah, this All-Star game was ass. The way I would fix it, if you guys want to talk about how you would fix it, the way I would fix it, skills challenge gets back to individual base. And it should be the young guys in it. I'm talking about the rookies. They didn't make a shot in the skills challenge to end. They didn't make a shot. That was embarrassing. Yeah, get Giannis and his brothers out of here. Dunk competition. If the stars aren't going to be in it, get a bunch of G Leaguers. And then, I didn't know the cash prize was $100K. Get them to do that. And then All-Star game, make it the second half is what's most competitive. I like the idea of whoever wins the All-Star game has home court advantage in the NBA Finals, whatever conference wins that. I like that idea a lot. I think they should go with that. But that's how I would fix it. How would you guys fix it?
Obviously, the game, I don't know. I don't know if there's any fixing it because it's been like this for, I don't know, years, at least a decade, where the guys are just going up to put on a show. But
no, but when DL said when Kobe died, like that fourth quarter
that
was
the
intense.
one. That was the one. That was.
Again, that was the first time they had that
right
that change. So it was more exciting. I think they honestly, I feel like it should go back to East versus West. Okay. And because I feel like if you do that, one of the conferences is definitely going to have the majority of the better players, so it's going to cause the other conference to try to play, be more competitive, and prove that they're better than them. I think it was pretty like the teams are pretty even, so I just don't think they was playing for anything, like they wasn't.
I mean, you still aren't playing for anything. Like you can't give them money incentive. They're all rich as hell. Like they all got huge contracts. So can't be like, okay, if you win this, you get a certain amount of bread. That don't work. Only one person gets an award. Like they don't want a team award for winning All-Star game.
I think in the MLS, correct me if I'm wrong, I think what they do is like all the All-Stars play against like an international team. Like the best international team will come over and play them. I like that idea too.
The Olympics,
but that's different. That's soccer, where like international teams have like very competitive teams.
Yeah, that's true.
The USA is going to wash whoever they play.
Don't
it's
let
like
the
the Olympics.
G League play them. I'd rather watch a G League play an international team. That'll be way more competitive. Yeah, that I like that. Let's get to the next topic, and I think this one is let's see. Is Jokic already better than Dirk Nowitzki?
I'm gonna say, damn, that's tough. I'm gonna say no, strictly on the fact because you don't got a ring yet, and Dirk went head to head with the villains Miami Heat that year, and beat the team that was supposed to win. Not one, not two, not three, not four. You know what I mean? So I think that's that's the only edge I think he has on Jokic. Even though I know Jokic has more MVPs, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Because Dirk only got one. So, and I know he's averaging a triple double, but at the end of the day, until he gets that ring, I don't think you can definitively say yes, he's better than Dirk. Because Dirk got MVP, he got Finals MVP. He beat he beat Braun and the powerhouse Heat. So until Jokic get a ring, I can't say he gonna be better than Dirk. Or he is better than Dirk right now.
Um, I mean, it's borderline. I think Joker got to do one of two things. If he wins another MVP, then yeah, he will be better than Dirk. Or if he makes it to the finals, at least. Because honestly, in my opinion, he's a better overall offensive player than Dirk is. He brings more to the table. Dirk may be the better shooter, but as far as and it might be borderline. But Joker obviously spreads the floor a little bit better. Can pass. Back to back MVP. But I think Dirk does have the edge, like you said, Chris, because he does have a finals appearance. He had one of the best runs in playoff history, beating a few, or not even a few, a lot of
Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers and super teams. Finals MVP with him being the best player by far on the team.
This team wasn't really. I mean, this team was good, but they weren't like a super team.
No, not at all. The next best player was Jason Kidd. But yeah, I think it's close. Joker, he's definitely in that talk, definitely in that conversation. I don't think it's not even disrespectful. If people say that he is, because he has accomplished a lot with being the guy for the Nuggets. He just got. I feel like he just gotta make it to the finals at least because he can't get out the second round.
He went to the conference finals.
He gotta make it to the finals. Or win another MVP. So
yeah, we're talking about Dirk, man. Historic playoff run, MVP, balled in the West, been to 2 finals, and a lot of people think he got dropped out of 1 finals before. So it's not even close, though. Jokic is better than Dirk. It's not. I don't think it's even close. Like, I think that conversation is foregone. So he's better than Dirk, which means he's better than KG in my book. But he's better than Dirk for the simple fact that, like DL said, shooting is damn near the same. If not, Jokic might be a little bit better. Jokic is the better finisher at the rim. Jokic is a better passer, better ball handler, better playmaker. He's very unique where he's one of the people in NBA outside of LeBron James, like, that can run the pick and roll and can be either the ball handler or the screener. So it's I don't think it's close. I don't think this is here. I watched Joey's here because I feel like Joey would have been on the Wincy side as well. But yeah, I don't think it's close. I don't think he has to. If he wins another MVP, just solidifies it. But to me, it's not close. He's already better than Dirk. Only thing that both of them are liabilities on defense. So like then you're just looking at their offensive game, and the offensive game is not even close at all. So yeah, Jokic is definitely better than Dirk.
Well, that's a take for sure.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, that's up an argument. I don't disagree. I just think Dirk just because I can't even say he had a better team because both their teams trash.
I want to say the Nuggets are trash. I mean, when they're hurt, the Nuggets are the best.
Jamal Murray no more.
Wait.
Michael Porter Jr. has not been good.
They coming off an injury. They're gonna.
Michael Porter been hurt. Michael Porter been hurt ever since he got in the league in the draft.
So
ever since he got in the draft,
it's been Joker. It's been Joker.
Come on now,
bro. Michael Porter Jr. averaging 17 points on 41% from the field. You tripping? What are you talking about? The Nuggets are not trash. The Nuggets are nice.
We expected Michael
didn't
Porter
say they were
Jr.
trash.
to be better.
Why is that not impressive? He's the third.
The Nuggets.
And Aaron Gordon is scoring crazy.
That's what I was about to say. He has Aaron Gordon. I give you Aaron Gordon.
And Jamal Murray is averaging 20.
He's not Jamal Murray though.
This is second highest scoring season in his career.
Exactly. He's not Jamal Murray. He's not old Jamal
Um,
Murray, bro.
the one before was
What are they?
21. His
What's their
highest is
seeding?
21.
What's their
They're the number
seeding?
one seed, DL.
Are they?
Yeah,
Yeah, they are the number one seed.
they are nice. Yeah, man, don't
I
disrespect the
don't
Knicks
know,
like
man.
that.
I think they're nice because of Joker though. They
They,
take you get rid of Joker and they significantly become terrible.
who am I
Significantly.
replacing Joker with?
Nobody. You can't.
You
He
say
is
I
that
get rid of.
offense.
You say I get rid of Joker, so that I gotta bring. What type of center am I using? Because is
What
Jamal
do you-
Murray healthy?
Yeah, I mean, you get rid of Joker and you bring in
Christian Wood.
bring in another big
That's not
Jaren Jackson.
comparable, bro.
All right,
Jaren Jackson.
bring in DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, they're nice still.
Oh my god.
What are we? They're nice still. If you put DeAndre in on this team, so you just pop out Joker. I'm not saying they're better, but they're still a top 4 seed in the West.
4.
Yeah, they're a top 4 seed in the West still.
All right. So let's not put a guy that has somewhat offense game. What if we put Robert Williams on the team?
Let's make Jamal
why we
Murray
doing
the
it?
guy. And let's bring in
Man.
Jamal Murray and DeAndre
I don't
Ayton pick
even
and
know,
roll would be
man, like-
nice. Why are we acting like Jamal Murray can't be the guy? We've seen him do it in the playoffs.
I'm not saying he can't be the guy. I'm saying he's the guy. Him and Joker. But
What
he hasn't
about
been Jamal
Jared
Murray
Allen on that team?
lately?
Nah, he don't provide enough offense.
All right,
You're
well
talking about a-
he
you're
got
talking about a-
defense.
But their
Talking about
defense
a
will
guy
be
who
locked
averages-
down though. Their defense will be locked down.
You're talking about a guy who averages a triple double. You can't replace that. That's like replacing
Hey, yo, I
Russ.
don't like all this triple double stuff because people used to shit on Russ talking about he's stat padded, this, that, and the third. Kendrick Perkins
Russ is
did-
a point guard, and this guy's
But
a
he-
center.
But I'm saying
So why
Russ-
you can't be stat padding with passes? Because they said Russ was stat padding with rebounds.
I mean,
Jokic
Russ
out
is
here
the
taking
guy.
11 shots a game, and he's the best player on the team.
that's unselfish,
It's
man.
impressive.
That's so what?
That's impressive.
That's
That is-
efficient.
That's
That
not
is
stat
efficient.
padding.
That's
That's
efficient.
not stat padding.
That is pretty efficient, though. They
I
win
be
it. They
looking
number
up, he
one.
be having 15 points, and they be losing, and then he gonna start scoring after he get his 10th assist. He be stat padding, bro.
Think so?
He nice though. I ain't gonna hold him. He nice, but he do be stat pattern. All right, let's get to the next topic, man. So, Russell Westbrook officially signs with the Los Angeles Clippers. Do we think Russ can help the Clippers win a chip?
Win a championship. They give him a better chance, but I still don't view them as like the top 2, top 3 pick in the West to win the championship in my eyes. But I do think it is a good ad for that team defensively and all around. I think he's going to elevate PG's play. I know I'm a big Russ guy. I mean Russ hater. You know, what Wayne says I hate on Russ. I don't dislike Russ. I just think he is a little overrated. But I do think when he's paired with PG, good things do tend to happen for his team. So and he got Kawhi, and he got the bench on that team. I think he's going to elevate the team's play. So I'm not going to say they're bona fide going to win the championship off of his acquisition, but they definitely gives them a better chance to contend.
You know, I think it's now or never. I mean, I really won't be surprised if
He should have went to Washington. Let's keep it a B.
Shut up.
I really won't be surprised if they do make a little push. But I don't know. I like it. I like the acquisition. I like Russ being with PG and Kawhi. They do got a deep bench. Marcus Morris, Eric Gordon, pretty decent role players. Robert Covington. What else they got? So yeah, I mean, I think it's a good pickup, but and they're contenders, but I really do think it's now or never. And it's kind of, I don't know. It's just funny. It's just a funny, a funny analysis. So I'm gonna hold my take on this one until it gets to if until it gets to playoff time, if they make playoff or when they make the playoffs, I'm gonna have to make my analysis based off of that. I just got to see how they mesh well. But I do think it's a good pickup.
Russell Westbrook and the Los Angeles Clippers will be NBA champions this year. And I cannot wait. I have all the screenshots saved. I had the video ready to be queued up. All you Russ haters will falter. All you Lakers fans will falter. Russ is going to get his championship. And when he does, that's going to stamp him in the top 5 because he's going to be a lead guard for the championship team. Everybody doubting Russ. Russ was in a bad situation. Russ is in the best situation he's been in his entire career. No team that Russ has played on has been better than this team he's played on his entire career. We're talking about adequate spacing. No team Russ has ever had spacing that this team has. What do they need? They need somebody that can apply rim pressure. Russ has that. Russ doesn't have to go ballistic. And now if he gives you 18-7-7, that's a great 18-7-7. Russ, I'm so excited, man. I ordered a UCLA Russ jersey last night. I'm going to be watching the Clippers play today. Because, look, I had to buy it, DL, because when I get my house, I'm going to frame it up, put that in the bag with my
D-Wade. You ain't just get a Clippers
jersey, bro. No, I need to get it with the classic, old school Russ.
If he was real with your take, if he was, spot on with your take, you would
that's coming next. Don't worry. Don't worry, that's coming next.
I don't know. I agree. I definitely agree.
I got your Brad Beal Heat jersey on the way for you too, so you can hang that up.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that, bro?
I like it. I mean, and I really do. Russ wins a chip with this team. It's well overdue, very much overdue. I don't know about him being on the best, like this being the best team he's been on.
This is clearly the best team he's ever been.
It's not clear. Don't say clearly.
Clearly,
he was. They just blew an opportunity in the finals. That team, that Thunder team that he was on, was pretty.
No, I'm agree with Wayne.
We're talking about PG and Kawhi. When I give you PG, but Kawhi, he's injury prone, and he hasn't been playing like Kawhi lately.
Lately, he has in the past 2 weeks.
Kawhi's been playing real good.
I just don't know how if he's going to meet like Russ is going to immediately come in and mesh. I know they'll eventually get it, but I don't know if it's just going to happen like that.
All he has to do is play
18. I will say if Russ is doing 18-7-7, there's no reason why Clippers should be losing, because if Russ is averaging 18 on the team with PG and Kawhi, and that means that PG and Kawhi is averaging at least 23, 24 a piece. So definitely if Russ is putting up them numbers, there's no reason why the Clippers shouldn't be favorites to win another chip. I just don't know if it's going to happen right away. But again, it's now or never. I feel like it's championship or bust, honestly.
Listen, this is the best team. You got to think Kawhi and PG. Kawhi may not be on the level that KD was on that year, Smoot, but PG is surely way better than that.
Any other person, yeah.
Then you got Marcus Morris.
No. But I'm not comparing. I'm saying Russ was way better.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like Russ, it was KD and Russ. You know what I'm saying? And now it's, you know what I'm saying. So those were.
But Russ is the Harden in this situation.
Russ is gonna be like the third or fourth, third best player on the team.
And they had rim protector. They had Ibaka, and then they had.
That's one thing they are missing here. They don't have rim protection, but they got Zubac. Zubac can give you a good minute. You also got Nicholas Batum. You also got Robert Covington. You got Norman Powell.
Steph Falocia, he was a good asset.
You got Eric Gordon too.
Yeah. They got.
I like it.
Terrence Mann. They got a lot of depth on this team. It's kind of crazy that Bose Highland got traded. Now he's not gonna play at all. He's this guy. This sank right to the bench.
He'll still get on. He'll still get playing time.
And not in the playoffs. He's not going to get no playing time.
He play defense and he produce, he will.
He don't play defense.
Well, you never know. He might start.
All right. So my next question to you guys are ESPN. Everybody's been doing this, so I want us to do it as well. What players are under top 5 players under the most pressure to win a championship this year? Who are those top 5 players to you?
Are you doing top five? I just had one. I had a duo, and
All right, you can
the
just give me
reason
how many you got.
I got two, and they're on the same team. This James Harden and Joel Embiid have a lot of pressure to get a ring because there's all these reports coming out that James Harden might be going back to Houston. So if that's the case, like it's like win now mode for that team. Like you got James Harden and Joel. Like if he ends up leaving, then that might be a failure of a trade. We go back look at it. If he ends up leaving after 1 year acquisition,
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
so I'm gonna say those two in the Philadelphia 76ers. They need to win now. But they got pressure on them. Um, and if I had to go a West team, I think the Phoenix Suns have some pressure on them. You know, you just got KD, high expectations. If you guys shit the bed in the playoffs, people are gonna get all on y'all
I really hope
because
they
y'all.
do.
I don't think they're going to, but like if because at the end of the day, we all say like that was a good trade for them because you just got KD, but at the end of the day, it hurt your team because you don't have any depth. If you really want to make that run, now you got Chris Paul, who's never won a ring. Now he's got KD and Devin Booker alongside him.
And the playoffs were to start today. It'll be the Clippers and Suns in the series.
Yeah, they're losing.
That'd be one of the most entertaining series we would ever see.
They'd lose that.
That would be.
So I
I
would
don't
say,
know.
KD and the Suns, and Joel Embiid and James Harden and the Sixers got the most pressure.
Yeah, no, I agree. James Harden, Joel Embiid, Chris Paul, Paul George, and I want to say Jimmy Butler, but I give him 2 years. I give Jimmy 2 years,
Listen, I'm a Heat fan. We ain't winning shit in the next 2 years. I'll tell you
and
that.
that's no fault of Jimmy's.
Hey, you might get one of
Um,
these guys you guys want. You never
that's
know.
Too
that's no
late.
fault of Jimmy's.
Okay. Like we
But I
got
think
Victor too late and Kyle Lowry too late.
Jimmy has been playing some of the best basketball out of his career, and I think he is at the end of his prime. Um, if not, you know what I'm saying, starting about to be starting the decline of his prime. So for how well he's been playing, he's one of the best two-way players in the league. For how well he's been playing, how much he's carried his team. Um, I would have expected him. You know, he's had a few opportunities to get over that hump, but just hasn't. And I wouldn't say it's by any fault of his. Like you say, you alluded to Wayne. Your GM don't do anything to put talent around him and help him get over that hump. Um, but I wouldn't say he's under as much pressure as Chris Paul, who's been in the league for God knows how long. Um,
Wait,
Paul
why?
George.
Why is Jimmy under pressure? I don't get the
Now
Jimmy.
that's something he's not under pressure, but I feel like if he doesn't win one within the next 2 3 years,
That's
he
it.
won't.
Yeah.
And he is that's it. Like he's his window is slowly declining. Um, I wanted to say Russ, but we know that Russ hasn't been in the best situations. When the people decided to leave him, what I'm saying, he was still playing some of the best basketball. So I don't think he's on a he. I feel like he's AI of this generation. Like, but we're not gonna blame it. Russ for not winning a ring. But Paul George, I want to say Paul George because Paul George has been on some good teams in the past and has been the best player on a championship contending team. Can't get over the hump. Chris Paul can't get over the hump. Um, I said Jimmy. Who else did I say? I said
James Harden, Joel Embiid.
James Harden, Joel Embiid. Um, one of the best big men, or if not the best big man in the league, is subjective. And James Harden, who is a ISO ball handler who can, who has averaged a triple double, and now he's paired with the best big man in the league. There's no reason why, you know, he shouldn't be in the finals at least. And then I know you call Doc Rivers overrated, but at some point,
Doc
you
Rivers
know,
is overrated.
I'm that's why I said I know you call Doc Rivers overrated, but some people consider him one of the best coaches of all time. or not one of the one of the best coaches of all time.
He
He's
debatably
in the
top 10,
conversation.
top
Yeah,
15
he's a
coach of
top
all time.
coach. So he has the recipe this year, had it last year to be in the finals, and he's never been to the finals outside of that Thunder team. Um, so I mean, I think his window, all of those people I just mentioned, all of their windows are closing. They're under the most pressure, honestly. But I don't think CP3 is going to win the ring at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, CP3 is my number one player that needs to win a ring. People call him the point guard. You can't have a name like the point guard. This is the best team you ever had a chance to win. You added Kevin Durant on your team. I don't want to hear nothing about that depth. You still have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. If the Suns don't win a championship, this is a huge disappointment and a huge stain on CP3 career, in my opinion. Um, but he's under the most pressure to win. Joel Embiid and James Harden as well. Joel Embiid has never played in the conference finals. You can't be considered one of the best big men in the game and not be to a conference finals. So he got to get to the finals. Jokic, you cannot win 3 MVPs in a row and not have a finals appearance in any of those. Right? And then I said Chris Paul already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna say this, man. I just want to see Russ and the Clippers have a good playoff run and him play well. Just so I think like if this Clippers thing doesn't work out well, then he probably won't be in the league again. They're gonna mellow Russ, so I don't want to see Russ get mellowed. Even though he went to the bench and did what he had to do, but I don't want to see Russell Westbrook get mellowed or
How
Isaiah
old is
Thomas.
Russ now?
Uh,
Like 33?
30, yeah, like 32, 33.
How many years do you think he realistically has left?
Hey, ain't
I,
same age as Steph.
I feel like
Honestly.
I'm looking right now.
he's 34.
Bro, the new
34.
Google shit is.
Yeah, him and Steph are both 34.
Yeah, same age.
How
So
many more years do you think he got?
he got at least 2 or 3.
So you wouldn't. So let's just be hypothetical. Say he does shit the bed. Like you think he should get another chance at 35?
I mean, I don't. I feel like he's been a
I don't think
tremendously.
it'd be mellowed because he's already towards the very end of his career.
But it's just like
When Melo's been
the
team
only
hopping,
thing.
well, Russell has been team hopping.
But the only thing that is declined from Russ is his jump shot. Like honestly, like
He
he's
never
still.
really had a jump
He
shot.
had a money
But
mid.
now,
He had a
but
money
now,
mid
That
range.
midi, but I'm talking about.
now it's just
NBA. I'm jump
nasty.
shot. I'm thinking three.
Now it's just nasty, bro. His jump shot is
His all
nasty.
legs. Once he tore his quad, his mid range like was
But
messed up.
he's still bouncing out the gym. You know what I'm saying? He still has the athleticism, and he still plays at 110%. So with players like that, you keep him around just for that fact
True.
alone. You know what I'm saying, like he gonna give you 110% every single night, and he's not showing any signs of slowing down. Obviously, like I said, his jump shot has declined, but Russ has always been inefficient.
So
Honestly, efficiently inefficient, if that makes sense.
say you're Russ, DL, and you just came off of one of the biggest contracts ever in the NBA history in your 5 year span. You can
Oh,
make
he
it 40.
getting vet minimum every
That's what I'm
year.
saying. He might be getting vet minimum, but is Russ going to be like, I'm taking that vet minimum?
It depends where it's at.
It depends. It depends on who's giving it to him too. Like, yeah, well, like, yeah, where it's at. Um, I think at this point in his career, he just wants to play basketball. Like, I feel like he really just wants to play basketball. I think everybody else is putting all that noise around his name, or Russ don't want to be there. You know, even when he was in LA, he wasn't in on the huddles. You know, celebrating with them
Hey
and
yo,
stuff.
Brian Windhorst, you're the nastiest person. The way you've been acting towards Russ has been disgusting. I know you're a LeBron guy. You've been following LeBron's career his whole entire year. You know the game when LeBron hit like broke the record. You know, so he said the reason why the Lakers lost because Russ was playing. And anybody who watched that game know it was Braun and Russ versus the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting. Wendy, you are disgusting for your takes on Russ. He had a podcast called Hoop Collective. I don't know why he ain't no hoop or he is collective. But he ain't no hoop. So he need to relax. Come on, Wendy, do better, bro. Y'all got reporters. Y'all got to stop being biased. Y'all over here talking about he was a vampire in the locker room. This, that, and the third. When all you heard was they were trading him, trading him, trading him, but they kept him around for what? Y'all should have been traded him. That way he can get more lifting. They just want him to be bad. But it's all gonna change. The tides are going to change, and I cannot wait. All right.
Hey, start from the bottom of that thing. 'Cause I gotta use the bathroom. I know you want me to talk about the Lamar thing. Somebody's
All right.
calling me. But yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. So I'll start from the bottom. Right now we're gonna go.
How we here?
Yeah, we back to NFL. Uh, Smooth. Did Big Ben underachieve in his career?
Did he underachieve? You got to rephrase the question.
Did he underachieve in his career?
What do you mean underachieve?
As in, was he
I mean, I
supposed
saw
to
the.
do
I saw,
more? Was he supposed to do more than he did? Essentially,
um, I would put it like this: if he did underachieve, it wasn't by any fault of his own. Um,
he's a quarterback.
yeah, but he broke records with AB and Le'Veon that year. He won a Super Bowl with a whole different team with Hines Ward and Randall L. and Jerome Santonio. Was it? That was
He got
Santonio
two
Holmes.
Super Bowls.
Yeah, two Super Bowls. Yeah, I thought so. He got two Super Bowls. I wouldn't say underachieved. I think he did. He's you can label Ben as what he was supposed to do, if that makes sense. Um, because I think he had a pretty successful career, honestly. And then he played in an era with a lot of great quarterbacks as well. I mean, I don't think he was ever going to be considered the best quarterback of his era. Playing with Peyton, playing with um, I don't want to say Eli, but playing with Peyton, playing with Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees. Um, but he definitely competed. And got two rings out of it. And even like I said later on in his career, he broke records with AB 2 seasons straight. Um, and then he just got to a point where his body caught up to him. Um, so no, I wouldn't say underachieve. I think Ben accomplished a lot throughout his years. Um, yeah, mm. I'm happy with Ben's performance. He may
I'm
be underrated. He may be underrated.
I am a Steeler fan, and two things can be true. Ben is definitely underrated, but I
Mm.
also think Ben underachieved in his career. I think Big Ben underachieved his career, especially in the later part. Like you mentioned, when we had AB, Juju, well, we didn't have too much of Juju, but we had AB,
I about to say P, not say Juju.
Le'Veon Bell. Those years when we had the killer bees, to not get I'm gonna say Mike Tomlin and Big Ben underachieve. When you have that offensive power like that, you should at least get a Super Bowl appearance. We didn't get a single Super Bowl appearance. We have a lot of first round L's as well.
2010.
Also, that's why I think we underachieved. Like what we saw the Bengals do, we had an offense similar, very similar to that. And I understand our defense, our secondary was trash.
That's what I was about to say. I was trying to look at what year was that? 2018, 2017?
That was like 20 when we were in college, like between 13 and 2016. That team, there's no reason why the Steelers didn't have a Super Bowl appearance with the Killer Bees. I know people got hurt. There was a year when Le'Veon got hurt. He wasn't there. There was a year when AB got knocked out versus the Bengals. And we made what was his name? Mike Hogan, Tim Hogan. What was his name? Go freaking crazy on us. But for that 3 to 4 year period, Big Ben and Mike Tomlin definitely underachieved heavily.
2013 to 2015.
So are you at? So was this underachieve of his whole career, or are we talking about that span?
I'm just talking about his career, and I think that span is part of his career, so that's why
I,
I'm saying he
I,
underachieved.
It's 3 years,
I
bro.
can't. I
Like, come
can't say that.
on.
I can't
Not
say
to get a
he
Super Bowl
underachieved.
appearance with one of the best offenses we ever seen. Nah,
So
bro.
I don't say underachieve because let's be real, guys. It is super hard to make a Super Bowl. It's even harder to win a Super Bowl. He's got what? He's got two,
there.
right?
He's got to get there.
He's got two.
Yeah.
He does.
So how is he underachieving, Wayne? He gave you 2 Super Bowl rings.
We should have more. That's why he underachieved.
That's you being selfish and greedy.
Bro. We had the teams to do it. The Steelers had the teams to have the 7 by now.
That's like me saying Joe Flacco underachieved because we should have won the previous year when we missed that field goal. Nah, I'm being serious. Champion Super Bowl wise, it's hard to make the Super Bowl. It's one of the hardest championship games to make. NBA, you get game 7s. You get series in every other sport. This is one game and you're out. He made 2 Super Bowls and won 2 Super Bowls. How can you say he's underachieved? And that's coming from a Ravens guy.
I just think maybe I'm harsher on my team. I think Big Ben clearly underachieved. Yes, I give him the 2 Super Bowls. Yes, he's the best quarterback in his draft class. I get that. But for me, when it comes to having Antonio Brown, you had Juju, you had Martavius Bryant, you had even Miller, you had all those guys on top of somebody that was considered the best running back at one point.
Now, did Peyton Manning underachieve?
Yes, Peyton Manning underachieved too.
No,
Peyton Manning underachieved.
What you mean?
Peyton Manning underachieved? Because when it comes,
he made a Super Bowl and he won a Super Bowl.
Yes, but the thing is, Peyton Manning is the greatest regular season quarterback in NFL history. Probably going to be different when Patrick Mahomes is all said and done, right? When it came to the playoffs, Peyton Manning was a different person in the playoffs than he was when he was in the regular season Peyton Manning. Therefore, that's underachieving. Big Ben, those years, was a different player in the playoffs than what he would do in the regular season.
But we're all talking about he is in the same conference as the greatest quarterback in the history.
You got to beat him. To beat a man, you got to beat the man.
But I'm saying that team, they won.
And we continuously lost to him. Not one time. We continuously lost to the Patriots. And that's why I'm gonna loop Mike Tomlin in that as well.
But you can't say underachieve. Underachieve is you're being harsh on your team. Because the person you can say underachieved, for instance, because he was balling in college and then he went to the Bengals. Carson Palmer's career underachieved because he never did anything, but he was a great quarterback. That's underachieved.
Great.
Phillip Rivers underachieved. He never made it to the Super Bowl, but he had great stats.
There could be levels to underachievement, but he's still underachieved.
But he won you 2. He didn't win you 1. He won you 2 Super Bowls.
Did he win us 2, or the defense won us the first one? He won the Cardinals one.
Quarterback.
He won the Cardinals one for sure. But yeah, I think that's just my opinion now. I think he underachieved, in my opinion.
It's a bad opinion.
You can have a bad opinion, man. I always tell you the same thing, but guess what? As you always say, it's my list.
Bro, y'all defense was trash, bro.
2 things can be true, Smooth.
Bro, y'all defense was trash, bro. Like, you can't put it on Ben, bro. 2013 to 2015, y'all defense was butt, bro. Like,
I know, I was there.
I had old Ryan Clark, and then y'all drafted, who was it? Y'all drafted from Miami.
Artie Burns.
Ike Taylor was old, bro.
Artie Burns was Eli Apple before Eli
retiring,
Apple.
bro. Like, come on, bro. Y'all defense was ridiculously garbage, bro. So, I mean,
maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm just being too harsh. All right, man, let's get to the next topic. Is Drew Brees overrated?
See this, you're gonna do this again.
I can start. Drew Brees is the most Drew Brees is the most overrated quarterback in NFL history. People put Drew Brees in the top 5 QBs all the time. He was never a top 2 QB in the NFL when he played. Never. How can somebody?
I mean, that's a little list though. That's a small, like, top 2. Come on, bro. Top 2.
So how can you be top 5 all time when you was never top 2?
He was definitely top 5.
He's not top 5 all time.
He was top 5. It was years when he was fringe top 3. So, like, what are we saying right now? He never won an MVP. He has 0 MVPs.
I gotta see who's you're saying this like he. Come on.
Nah,
he had
people in his
He had
In
a
the
good.
league.
That was probably one of the best eras of quarterbacks, bro.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
I don't care. Peyton broke his neck.
He had a young Aaron too. Come on.
That's a fact, bro. Drew Brees probably had a 2-year period where he was a top 3 quarterback. So let's talk about it. He was never better than Peyton Manning. He was never better than Tom Brady. And when Aaron Rodgers came, he was never better than Aaron Rodgers. So how can this guy, Drew Brees, who was barely a top 3 quarterback for his majority of his career,
but I mean,
a top 5 QB all time? I get the stats. If we want to talk about people's stat pattern, we can talk about the stat pattern.
He got multiple 5,000 years.
I don't care.
He got multiple.
But he was barely a top 3 quarterback during his time playing. Barely.
The only rebuttal I have and the only issue I have with that Wayne is, bro, like, who was his best receiver, bro?
Oh, now we're gonna.
No, you can't. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't.
Why
do that.
not?
People say that because people had like Marcus Colston
He had
wasn't
Marcus
balling,
Colston
bro.
before he got Michael Thomas. Marcus, like, what are we talking about?
What am I talking about? What is Marcus Colston of all time?
That's not. But he was a good receiver, bro.
Top
trying
what all time?
Stop trying him.
Compared to everybody.
He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. But he's not ass.
All right, but we named what? I'm not gonna say Philip.
He had Jimmy Graham.
Hey, give me a year. Yeah, Jimmy. He made Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham is what all time? Even Jimmy Graham.
He made Jimmy Graham.
It doesn't matter.
What?
It doesn't matter. Jimmy Graham was
Can I
nice.
just tell you something? Can I just tell you something?
So who Aaron Rodgers had? When
Drew Brees had Jimmy Graham, he is the cause for Jimmy Graham resetting the tight end market for money. Just letting you know.
I'm not Drew Brees. Who did Tom Brady have? Like, what we talking about? But Tom Brady was always considered a top 3 QB.
Tom Brady had Rob Gronkowski and a murderer. So.
Tom Brady had Randy Moss and they went 18-0. What are you talking about? Deion Branch and they won a Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
Give me a year to look up. I'm gonna look up his All Pro year. Hold on.
None of them better than Deion Branch was never better than Marcus Colston.
I want to see what the roster looks like.
What?
Bro, I think you forget how good Marcus Colston was,
bro. What? No, say that again.
No. Right, bro. Marcus Colston, he had Joe Horn.
Yeah, like people act like he didn't have nobody, bro.
Who talks about Joe Horn, bro?
Like, don't try Joe Horn. Don't try Joe Horn.
I'm not trying. I'm asking you, bro.
Don't try Joe Horn.
Who talks about Joe Horn? Like, who talks about these players? And yet, Drew Brees went over 5,000, bro. 5,000 with these players. Like, Drew
Brees didn't have Joe Horn. I'll give him that. Joe Horn was old. I'll give you old Joe Horn.
So was it the players or was it the players he had or was it Drew Brees? So which one was it? Because don't talk to me about Marcus Colston and freaking Joe Horn and Jimmy Graham.
Marcus Colston was
not better than Jeremy Shockey.
Yeah,
I'm taking Chris Cooley over both of them.
They had Reggie and Deuce. Yeah, Reggie and Deuce in the backfield.
Reggie. They definitely had Deuce Staley. Bro, Marcus Colston had multiple 1,000-yard season, bro.
I don't doubt that. Again, Marcus Colston is a top what receiver? That's a genuine question.
Bro.
That's a genuine question. I'm just.
Bro,
who would you say? What receiver that Peyton Manning had, Tom Brady had was Marcus Colston better than? Please, I'm curious. That's a genuine
Marcus
question.
Colston better than everybody but Andy Reid, but Randy Moss that Tom Brady had. Like,
he was better than Edelman.
Yes, he's better than Edelman. What are we talking about?
The only person I can't
Edelman, Gronk, Deion Branch.
That's the name I thought
Why
you were going to start off.
Deion Branch?
Because Deion Branch is nice.
Deion Branch is nice.
Come on, bro.
He had Devery Henderson. Don't play with Devery Henderson.
He was better than Aaron Hernandez.
Jimmy Graham was.
Wes Welker.
He did. I forgot Brady had Wes.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. He definitely is better than Deion. Deion never touched a 1,000-yard season. And Marquise did it like 4 or 5 times.
He had Michael Thomas too.
But again, was it Drew Brees or was it Marcus Colston?
Bro, you got Tom Brady.
He had Brandon Cooks too.
Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady though yet. He wasn't Tom Brady yet. But
he had Lance Moore.
Who are you? Who are you talking like? Dwayne, stop! Like stop naming just random names.
Bro, I'm not doing this, bro. Drew Brees is overrated.
Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady with Deion Branch yet. Like,
and what are you? He still wasn't a top 3 quarterback.
I agree. I'm just saying, was it Drew Brees though? Or
bro, I saw what.
And then we say Michael Thomas not that good.
No, we
Now.
say not
No,
that
no,
good
no,
now,
no, no,
bro.
no.
Stop.
He don't-
Yeah,
he-
that's what I said now.
Wayne, I will say DL has a point. You always talk shit about Michael Thomas and Drew
Because
Brees
you said he
got
was the
ball
best
from-
receiver. That's what
He
you
had
said.
the best stats that year.
But that don't see. That's what you be doing. That don't mean nothing though.
Thank you. So
Okay.
knock Marcus Colston out the conversation.
No, it's not Marcus Colston out the conversation.
Like, come on,
bro.
bro.
Drew Brees is overrated, bro. I hate the way people talk about him, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just said Big Ben on the Chiefs. Give me Big Ben. I'm taking Big Ben over Drew Brees, bro. Easily too. Like it's not even a conversation to me.
I mean, Drew Brees he only had one losing season, I think.
No, he didn't. He had multiple seasons.
One or two. I'm pretty sure.
Man, yeah, I hate the way people talk about Drew Brees. Like people talk about he a top
Now,
5.
Drew
QB all
Brees
time.
has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losing seasons out
6
of
losing seasons,
Really?
bro.
out of yeah. That
Was he the starter?
I'm calling losing seasons below 500, obviously.
Yeah, 7-9, 7-8, 7-9, 7-9.
Yeah, he had 5 years out of his 20 that he didn't
7-9.
finish 500.
What you mean? He lost.
That's
What we
one
doing,
game. That's
bro?
one game under 500. Playing on a sorry.
It's still
Under 500.
Look. I don't think.
that's still a losing season.
I don't think
though.
he's overrated. I don't
Bro,
think he's
losing seasons
So
underrated.
are
come
I
on,
think
under
he's
500.
considered a top 5 QB all time. Smooth, do you think Drew Brees is a top 5 QB all
I
time?
never agree with that bogus statement.
All right, so then he's overrated then.
Just because some people say that don't mean
No,
like,
that
that's
is the
just stupid.
consensus,
That's
bro.
just dumb. That's dumb. That's a dumb consistency. No,
I don't think he's
No.
all right. I don't think he's overrated, but
I think he's
Where
rated
do, where do
correctly.
y'all rate Drew Brees' all-time QB?
he
Top-
might be in my
12.
nah. That's too high.
Top 12.
For
You
me-
can't name me 12 quarterbacks.
For
better than
me,
Drew Brees, bro.
he's in the 15 to 20 range.
He's in the 12 to 15 range for me.
Hey, y'all all have Drew Brees outside of the top 10.
Yeah, he's not in my top 10 all time.
Not top.
No.
He's not top 10.
They about to kill us on TikTok because I agree. Like I said, Drew Brees is the most overrated quarterback in NFL history to me.
I think, but if you do go look at it, you do look at his accolades. Like you could say he's overrated because he only has one All Pro
One
out
All-Pro,
of
literally
20 seasons. That's the only thing
20
you can say.
seasons, one All-Pro, no MVPs, was barely ever a top 3 quarterback in the league.
He had no receivers, bro.
I
You're
don't
just going to
care.
keep on
I just
disregarding that.
I just saw Patrick Mahomes win a Super Bowl with
bro.
Juju being his best receiver, bro.
No.
Oh my God, bro. No
You,
what?
you just saw Drew Brees not Drew Brees. You just saw Patrick Mahomes win a Super Bowl with the greatest tight end of all time. Stop it.
The tight end only did something in the first half. Can we stop doing this? He had one. I think he had like one or two catches in the second
So
half.
they
That
won
was
because
Juju.
they won because of Juju 7 catches.
No, they won because of Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Jimmy Graham balled for 4 years with him, bro. So I'm not hearing that. So for 2012,
He got him paid.
2012, 2013, he was him. What are you talking about? Now let me see what years Marcus Colston was balling, because I'm about to dispel all this shit. Because niggas talking about him.
Wait till you see Marcus Colston's stats.
I saw
I'm
Marcus Colston's
I'm
stats.
not disagreeing with his stat, bro. I'm saying, bro, if you're telling me that Marcus Colston
Out of like 12 seasons,
Why are we
he
disrespecting
touched
Marcus
790
Colston?
because was
twice
it
and
Mark?
everything else was
My
higher.
point is, was it Marcus Colston or was it Drew Brees, bro? Like that's
We
what
may
I'm
never
saying.
know because he only played with Drew Brees.
But Drew Brees was-
Injuries
Drew
derailed
Brees-
his career. So from 2006 to 2000.
Also, Wayne-
Wait. Oh, bro, he had people catching like 2006 to 2012. He had Marcus Colston. I'll take out 1 year because Marcus Colston got hurt. I'm not taking away 2011.
Wayne,
because
you
Jimmy
got to
Graham was
give
here.
Drew Brees the benefit of the
All right,
doubt.
all right,
A lot of the seasons he had, a lot of stats, he was
keep
hurt,
on
playing
going.
hurt.
Keep on going. From 2013, Drew Brees still had 5K. After that, he was
He had crazy
50
stats.
yards shy of 5K. After
Hold
that,
on.
100 yards shy
Let
of 5K.
me find the other receivers he had.
2016, he had 5K again. like what we talk? Like what are we talking about?
So from
now?
2016 to 2022, he had Michael Thomas, right? What year I stopped with Marcus Colston? I stopped with Marcus Colston at
2012.
2011. 2012, because he had 1,000. He still was catching damn near close to 1,000 yards until 2014. So I'll stop there, right? I was just looking at Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham was balling
What years?
from 2011. So he had two people catching over 1,000 yards from 2011 to 2014. He was balling. So from 2006 to 2014, he had viable weapons. Now people like this, so like people like to disregard the 2 years. All right, yeah, he didn't have people for 2 years. Then he got Michael Thomas.
We had people for 2 years and he was still balling, bro. He still had over 4.
Yeah, Devery Henderson, bro. Devery Henderson was balling, bro.
Hey, don't mean to cut off this great debate, but a little bit of breaking news. Retweeted from Ian Rappaport from Tom Pelissero. The Rams have had talks with 6 teams about trading Jalen Ramsey. It's very likely Jalen Ramsey is going to be traded this offseason. What the hell is going on with the Rams?
I mean, they have no draft capital. Their team's old. Aaron Donald's probably going to retire.
Cooper Kupp's hurt.
Cooper Kupp's hurt. Don't know.
Matthew Stafford sucks.
They did everything they did to win 1 Super Bowl, and that is it. Speaking of Matthew Stafford, let's go ahead and get to our Hall of Famer questions that we have. Does Matthew Stafford deserve to be a Hall of Famer? The reason why I'm asking this is because the Jets told Derek Carr if he wins the Super Bowl, he can win a Super Bowl with them and become a Hall of Famer.
They're smoking crack.
So my question is, because Matthew Stafford won that 1 Super Bowl, is he a Hall of Famer?
I don't think it's based off. I mean, look, I think he has a better chance than Derek Carr. He's responsible for 2 of the greatest receiving years out of 2 receivers ever.
Time out, Chris. Why was Derek Carr? Did you say something about Derek Carr, Wayne?
No, the Jets
said if they win a Super Bowl with Derek Carr, he can be a Hall of Famer.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where Derek Carr came from. I didn't hear what you said. I was like, what? Why is Derek Carr in this conversation?
So he obviously has a better chance than Derek Carr. He's responsible for Megatron career year, breaking records. He's responsible for another breaking records with Cooper Kupp. And he won a Super Bowl with that team. So I'm not going to go out and say he's like first ballot, but I do think Matt Stafford will make the Hall of Fame one day. It might not be 10 years. It might not be 15. It might be down the road. But I do believe he will make it based off he's responsible for 2 of the greatest receiving years for receivers in NFL history. And he won that ring that he was looking for. And we can't give him shit for playing for the Lions, dude. That time period with the Lions, they were one of the worst franchises in terms of records.
How was Jared Goff able to turn around the Lions?
That's a way different Lions team.
That's a way
different Lions team.
Do
not do that.
Stop trying to throw everybody in a Hall of Fame.
Do not do that.
Matthew Stafford was never
do that.
Matthew Stafford had 1 year of being a top 5 quarterback.
Bro, it's so
and it
nasty.
Was fringe.
You are comparing this new regime Lions to Matt Stafford's Lions.
Bro, come on.
That is crazy. I can't believe you're doing that.
Can I?
Team's way different. Way different.
I don't care.
Name a defensive player on that Lions team with Matt Stafford.
He had Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley on his teams.
You're talking about 2 D linemen.
What? And he had Darius Slay. Come on, keep coming.
Young Darius Slay.
It don't matter.
Not top 3.
He had one of the best defensive lines in the league.
The defensive line's all the 2 guys that play interior D line.
That's 2 great Pro Bowl players.
I better see that defense up there in them rankings if I put on this phone with the D line. I better see some crazy sacks, some TFLs, because you're talking crazy right now about Nick Fairley and Ndamukong Suh being. Nick Ndamukong Suh obviously great, one of the greats.
Bro, they had a great D line.
Being a great defense.
They had a great D line, bro.
That team was ass.
They had a great D line. He had TJ Hawkinson, bro. We make up all these excuses for these quarterbacks, and we gotta stop.
Who had TJ Hawkinson?
I saw Deshaun Watson turn around the Houston Texans, who was a poverty franchise.
What he couldn't do for the Browns.
It's been half a season, not even. What are we talking about?
Didn't you say he would come back?
This year,
top 5. Come on,
This year, he'll be back to top 5, bro. Matthew Stafford was never a top 5 QB in the league until his year with the Rams, and that is fringed top 5 QB in the league. Why are we trying to put guys like that in the Hall of Fame?
Dwayne, but that is such a low criteria though, bro.
What? Why not being able to be top 5 at your position for your entire career?
Not when you're playing. Not so. Is Drew Brees a Hall of Famer in your book?
I said, yeah, Drew Brees Hall of Famer.
Wayne, we just talked about Drew Brees playing in one of the hardest.
They played in the same era.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Stafford arguably had harder guys too.
No, he didn't.
And played for
and
played for a significantly worse team too.
Thank you.
Do I think he's a Hall of Famer? I don't think it's far fetched to say he is.
So when Derek Carr won his championship, he Hall of Famer.
No.
Oh my God. Well, then Joe Flacco, Hall of Famer. Who else? Who else we getting in the Hall of Fame?
Joe Flacco is top 4 Raven of all time.
Joe Flacco.
Talking about Russell Wilson.
Flacco, Ring of
All
Honor.
Right, let's go to the next question. Is Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I think he will probably end up with it.
Bro, why are we throwing all these people in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know about that.
What are we doing?
I'm not throwing people in. I just know how the Hall works with quarterbacks. And Russell Wilson
if you were never
is on historic teams.
If you can never say you were the best QB in the league at any point in your career, you should not be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
If there was
no,
what are we talking about?
I can come to the same conclusion from a different route. Like y'all said, Russell Wilson was playing on a team in which.
So you could be a top 10 QB for your entire career and you can make the Hall of Fame?
I think it's been done
possible.
before.
If your numbers are there, you have a ring.
It's been done before.
Like you can't. I mean, it's possible. You're not going to be just a first ballot or just he's definitely.
You should be no ballot if you were never top 5.
So, who were the top 5? Who were the top 3 quarterbacks of that era? Tom Brady, Peyton Manning,
Aaron Rodgers,
Stafford, and then Stafford is in this era. So let's just talk about it.
Stafford is not in this era.
He's still playing.
That don't mean nothing.
Time out.
Oh my God, bro! Is the Hall of Fame a 10-year or is it just 5 years, 6 years, 7 years?
Bro, he's on his last leg. What are we talking about right now?
It's a 10-year. Thank you. So thank you. He's on his last leg. He won a Super Bowl. I'm
gonna answer the question. I think, like Chris said, Matthew Stafford will make the Hall of Fame.
Matthew Stafford was never better than Big Ben. I agree. Never better than Phillip Rivers, and I don't even think Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer in my opinion either. He was never better than. Did we say Drew Brees? He was never better than Drew Brees. Never better than Aaron Rodgers. I'm taking Cam Newton over Matthew Stafford.
You're tripping, bro.
Hold on, Matthew Stafford better than Cam Newton?
You talking about
Matthew Stafford? I'm talking about I'm talking about during their eras. Was Matthew Stafford better than Cam Newton?
Cam Newton had a way better teams.
Nah, Matthew Stafford was never better than Cam Newton, bro.
But I would say he wasn't better, but
Cam Newton was throwing the ball to fucking Devin Funches. What are we talking about right now?
He had
Steve Smith for a year.
He had Steve Smith, bro.
For a year.
Actually, I don't want to.
Matthew Stafford was throwing to Megatron. What are we talking about?
But you can't discredit that. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, he just used what he had.
Thank you.
But
y'all just said he had nobody, so we gotta make up our mind.
I didn't say he had nobody. I said,
bro, he had
got the Super Bowl. All right,
Megatron.
So it's going to go into.
He had Megatron. He had Nate Burleson. He had Roy Williams. Come on, what are we doing?
It's going to go into the next topic.
So that sounds like he had a lot of people that he just failed.
You just said Tom Brady.
He had good stats. What are we talking about, Wayne?
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and who was the third? We said top quarterback, top 3.
Aaron Rodgers.
So is Eli Manning not a Hall of Famer in your book?
Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. If you say he's
Eli Manning is not a Hall of Famer.
What are you talking about, Wayne? You are going to get torn up on TikTok.
Eli Manning's not a Hall of Famer because I agree.
Crazy.
He was never a top anything in his.
He
was never that. I agree. But
bro. Can I just say one thing?
That's the only reason, bro.
Stats do matter, but iconic NFL history moments do take effect in the Hall of Fame.
So we should put Trent Dilfer in the Hall of Fame. We should put Joe Flacco in the Hall of Fame.
Wayne.
He
beat the undefeated the unbeatable Patriots. He beat them twice. There's 2 quarterbacks Tom Brady says he doesn't want to see in the
He beat the best quarterback in his era.
And Nick Foles.
Twice.
I
think he's a top 5 quarterback that year.
No, he's not top 5, but he's gonna make the Hall of Fame. He will.
I'm just trying to let you see what we're saying.
Did he beat them or did the defense? The most amount of points scored in those Super Bowl were 21. The first Super Bowl was 17 14. He did not fucking ball in those games.
He beat him off a clutch.
He had one drive. He had one drive every game. Every game he had one drive.
He got
one drive. Why do we overrate that so much? He has a 500 record as a starter. He led the league in interceptions multiple times. Eli Manning is ass. We gotta stop this. Eli Manning is ass.
So Wayne, for clip purposes, Eli Manning, Hall of Famer.
No, Eli Manning is not a Hall of Famer, bro. Eli Manning is ass. Because he's ass. Eli Manning is ass. He's 500 quarterback. He's ass. That's what he is.
Clip it.
He just was lucky enough to have 2 Nick Foles runs. That's all he is.
One time is luck, 2 times is skill, Wayne. You can't.
Yeah, the defense. The best defensive line
I'm going to let you know,
league.
I'm more confident in saying Eli Manning will make it sooner than Matt Stafford.
So
that's not a hot take. It's because he's a Manning. If he wasn't a Manning.
No, it's because he beat Tom Brady.
But does that invalidate Tom Brady's first 3 because his defense? Tom Brady wasn't. Would you consider Tom Brady top anything?
That's why he's not my
his first few years.
He wasn't top anything his first few years.
Bro, you gonna say it's not your go because of defenses? Let's not sit here and say San Fran didn't have no defenses with Joe Montana. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. They have Hall of Famers in that defense.
Go look up Joe Montana's stats in the Super Bowls. Please.
I know, because Joe Flacco had a run like that in the playoffs too. That tied with Joe Montana. I know what Joe Montana did in the playoffs.
Yeah, 4 times he did that.
I'm just saying the criteria that you.
Wayne's way too strict.
I mean, Hall of Famer is crazy.
No, you guys are being too nice and putting.
No, I mean
we're being real.
Guess who agrees with me? Guess who agrees with me? Deion Sanders agrees with me. He think that when they asked him if Eli was a Hall of Famer, he's like, "Why are you disrespecting me? Why do you think Eli Manning all over ESPN? They trying to do everything to get him in the light, so when he become a Hall of Famer, he can become a Hall of Famer.
They're doing that because of Peyton.
It's to get it because he's a Manning.
No, they're entertaining on TV. That's why they put them on TV because they do dumb shit.
Because he's a Manning.
And another is the reason is because Peyton owns a production company. That's another reason.
Production. I don't care. He's not a Hall of Famer.
That's your opinion.
And next year, tell me,
and guess what? I have mine.
Is Phillip Rivers a Hall of Famer?
No, Phillip Rivers is not a Hall of Famer.
Why is Phillip Rivers not a Hall of Famer, but freaking Matthew Stafford's a Hall of Famer? So all you got to do is win one ring. So again, Joe Flacco's a Hall of Famer.
No, because Joe Flacco never was stat-wise like that.
Joe Flacco got Eli Manning type stats. If we being real.
I'll check that. I'm going to fact check you.
Man, I'm on the fence with all these players, bro. Because their era of quarterbacks was pretty tough. And they were all, like, beating each other in those games, too. It wasn't like somebody was just dominating. Like, they was definitely...
Bro, he threw a whole 15,000 more yards than Joe Flacco. Come on now.
We're talking about on the season-per-season status. Please stop, bro. He played 20 years and has a 500 record.
Okay, I'll do season for season, Wayne.
Bro, the most yards he threw, he had 493 that 1 year. I'll give him that. I will give him that. But come on, bro. He has a 500 record, bro. 117 and 117.
He threw for 4,000 yards.
1-to-1 ratio, bro.
That's terrible.
he touched 4,000 a lot, and I know Joe Flacco did not touch 4,000 that much.
He only touched it one time.
Okay, so again, stop disrespecting Eli.
Eli ass, bro. We gotta stop it. We gotta keep it 100. Eli ass.
Call him Joe Flacco.
Eli ain't had no receivers either, bro.
Eli ain't had no receivers, bro. Stop it, bro.
He had David Tyree. Come on now.
Come on, bro.
Like, why are we sitting up here acting like all of these receivers?
He did have Hakeem Nicks. He had Mario Manningham, but those. Hakeem Hicks. No, stop. Wait. Hakeem Hicks was ever top 10, top 15 receiver in the league? No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
But guess what? He didn't need that because he had the luxury of having one of the best run games ever. What are we talking about?
I'm
He
just
had
saying,
Amar
like,
Bradshaw. He
Wayne
had
got
Brandon.
clips.
He had Brandon. Was Brandon Jones Brown one of them? And he had Tiki Barber. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Yeah. I get that. I'm just saying we're not going to sit up here and discredit these quarterbacks when their receivers were as equally garbage. They're not garbage, but they weren't like, oh yeah, he's the best receiver in the league. No, that was never a debate with any of these quarterbacks ever, except for
Their
when he had
receiving
Antonio
core,
Gates, when Phillip Rivers had Antonio Gates.
He had
their
Jeremy
receiving
Shockey.
core.
Like, what are we
Hold
talking
on.
about?
Their receiving core, let's not take into account of tight ends, was just as good, if not a little bit worse than what
The Seahawks had this
no, the
equivalent to the
Seahawks. But
Seahawks.
I was gonna say
They're
Patrick
equivalent
Mahomes
to the
receiving
Bro,
core
Seahawks.
this
in
year.
2010 to 2011, Akeem Hicks had over 1,000 yards, bro, 11 touchdowns. You can't tell me he was in the top 15 quarter receiver. Can't tell me
Probably wasn't. I doubt it was.
What?
He said
Wait,
2015.
what year? What
Wasn't
year?
that was
2010,
that was at
2011.
18.
2010
Oh,
receiving
2010.
leaders.
Oh.
Let's see, 2010 receiving leaders.
2010,
Yeah, they got it. I got you.
2011.
They were equivalent to the Seattle Seahawks, bro.
Hey, but Wayne, isn't stats not everything?
Right.
Oh my God, bro.
Right.
You did just say that like 20 minutes ago.
He was still a top 15 receiver. I don't know what y'all talking about. I knew
No,
he was top
he
15
was
before the
not.
stats. Yes, he was, bro. He had them big ass hands, bro. He was a top receiver, bro.
2010 receiving leaders, and I'm gonna say him. Number 1, Mike Wallace. Wow. Number 2, Brandon Lloyd. Number 3, Deshaun Jackson. Number 4, I don't know who the hell it is, Anthony Armstrong. Number 5,
You don't
Greg
know
Jennings.
ball.
Number 6, Kenny Britt. Number 7, Vernon Davis.
That's just going off the yards, bro.
Receiving leaders. You said receiving leaders. That's one tight end I named. Number 8, Braylon Edwards. Number 9, Andre Johnson. Number 10, Robert Meacham. Number 11, Dwayne Bowe. Number 12, Malcolm Floyd. Number 13, Johnny Knox. Number 14, Jeremy Maclin. Number 15, first Giant, Mario Manningham, not Hakeem Nicks. Number 16, Ben, I don't know how you're saying.
See, what are you reading off?
Number
If
17.
If you go off of yards, he's 1.
NFL.com.
3, 4, 5, 6,
NFL.com.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's 13 in receiving yards that year. Touchdowns. Where is he in touchdowns?
Bruh.
In touchdowns.
Stop
Wait, stop it. In touchdowns. He is top 5 in touchdowns. So for somebody to be top 3 in receiving yards.
Oh, this shit put it for
and then
40 plus yards. I don't know why I did
yeah,
that.
look at that. Look at the stats he getting, Smoog.
But
look
no,
at the stats.
but I am looking at the stats.
Top 15.
Stop.
Wait,
Stop. I'm looking at the stats
let
now.
me finish, bro. Top 15 in receiving yards. Top 5 in touchdowns. That's not a top 15 receiver?
So all right, listen to me.
I don't care about none of that.
So DL, stop. DL, he has him at 13. So I'm gonna name a few guys that are below him. He's better than Marquise Colston. He's better than Brandon Marshall.
That year?
He better than Terrell Owens.
That year?
No, in general.
Stop. You know we're getting at, bro. You know we're getting at. It Eli Manning or was it his receivers, bro? Because like I said, we haven't talked.
Eli make no receivers. I'm not going that far. Eli make no receivers, bro. Stop it, please.
We haven't talked about none of
Eli made receivers. Are we serious?
Eli did throw that pass to Odell.
He threw that pass to Mario Manningham on the sideline for that dime against the Patriots. What you talking about?
He did make Odell.
I saw Mr. Trubisky make great passes every now and then, bro. What are we talking about? Talking about a pass? Yo, cut it out, bro. Bro. I saw Mitch make beautiful passes this year.
All I'm saying is...
No, wait. Can I just... I'm going to name somebody. We're going to do this. We're going to name them.
This is wild.
Roddy White or Hakeem. Do not try Roddy White. Oh, my God. Do not do it.
Dumb, bro. Yeah.
Okay, Roddy White. Thank you.
You looking up stats?
Reggie Wayne or Hakeem.
That's
Reggie Wayne. Greg Jennings or Hakeem. You're going with Greg. Mike Wallace or Hakeem. Because Mike was balling around this time. I think you're going to go with Mike.
All I'm saying is, bro, we don't do these. We don't do these.
Andre Johnson, Larry
We don't.
Fitzgerald, Calvin Johnson, Santana Moss,
We
Deshaun
haven't
Jackson.
mentioned
Come on
these
now.
guys before today, and we don't do no start
That's
bench
what I'm
cuts with
saying.
Plexico Burrs,
And we're about to.
David Tyree,
And we're about
Mario
to.
Man.
Bro,
We don't
stop,
do
man.
start. Like, come on,
Stop
bro.
acting like Mario Manhattan and Plexico Burst and Hakeem Nicks was ass. They were not.
I never said that. I never
That's
said
a
that.
great
I said
receiving group, bro.
Hakeem Nicks wasn't even better than Anquan Bolton at that point still, too. That's another guy.
the equivalent to the championship winning.
And Chad Johnson. He's not top 15.
All right, what the fuck was Eli? Phillip Rivers or Eli? Eli. No, we're not taking Eli. We're taking Phillip Rivers. Peyton Manning or Eli? We're taking Peyton Manning.
That's
Drew Brees.
obvious, bro. Like, that's obvious.
Come on, let's go. Carson Palmer or Eli Manning?
Eli Manning.
Eli
Oh
Manning.
my God, bro.
Carson
Eli Manning.
Carson Palmer.
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers or
Obviously,
Eli Manning?
Obvious, that's Aaron.
Yeah,
Tom Brady. Matt Ryan or Eli Manning?
But
Eli Manning.
you're naming like all
Eli
these
Manning
quarterbacks.
over Matt Ryan?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm not taking a guy that blew a 28-3 lead again when he had the game at half. I'm not taking that.
Hey, Wayne, that's worse than the Julio take.
You're taking Eli Manning over Matt Ryan?
Yes, because Matt Ryan and Eli Manning actually got the job done twice.
They're the same fucking player. Big Ben or Eli
He ain't
Manning?
beat Tom Brady, so no.
Big Ben or Eli Manning?
Bro, you're
Big
naming
Ben,
all,
like
bro,
you're naming obvious.
Bro.
Mike Vick or Eli Manning?
I'm going Mike Vick, obviously.
Eli.
Why? Whoa. Yeah, what? You taking Mike? Stop. Deal, Eli Manning or Mike Vick?
Mike Vick's the better athlete. But
No. Who are you taking? Eli Manning over Michael Vick?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Cam Newton or Eli Manning?
Obviously, Cam.
I'll go Cam. Yeah, I'll go Cam.
Cam was the better athlete. But Eli got 2 rings, bro, over Tom Brady. Like, we can't discredit that. Like, I don't see how you can just discredit that. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Give me Matt Hasselbeck, bro. Fuck out of here.
Nah, I'll take Eli Manning or Matt Hassel.
Give me Jason Campbell.
Take Eli Manning over current
I was just about to
guys
say that.
like Kirk.
Tony Romo or Eli Manning?
Eli Manning.
Nah, I'm taking Tony.
I'm taking Eli. I think Tony's
I'm taking
over.
Tony Romo.
Tony Romo, I just don't like him.
Brett Favre or Drew Brees?
Ooh. I'm going Drew Brees strictly off the fact that Brett Favre throws hella interceptions.
Drew Brees.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Brett Favre.
Eli Manning
Brett
just
Favre.
Alex Smith with a chip. I ain't gonna hold you, though.
2 chips.
hey, Alex Smith did make it. Might be Hall of Fame.
All right, man. Let's get to our next topic, man.
That's
I'm
fine,
joking.
man. I'm trying Eli.
Is Russell Wilson or we already said Russell Wilson, so I'm gonna. Is Shady McCoy a Hall of Famer?
I don't think so. I saw what Eric Bieniemy said, and I liked what he said, and he took the high road. But he's wrong. He's not a Hall of Famer. I know he has 2 Super Bowls, but he didn't do anything for those 2 Super Bowls. He just sat the bench and watched people play. So I don't really care about you having 2 Super Bowls, Shady. He has 2, not 3. He didn't win one with the Philadelphia, right? So he only has 2. Yeah, you rode the coattails of Tom Brady on the Bucs, and you rode the coattails of Patrick Mahomes. You're not a Hall of Famer. You did have a good career. I will give you that. You were one of the top backs for a couple years. I will say that. But your career accolades at the end of the day, the fact that, you didn't really do anything to win those rings. So I don't think that really plays a factor into your campaign for making the Hall of Fame. So I would say no. Maybe if he had like a big run in a couple of those Super Bowls, maybe, and it resulted in a touchdown, because that, but he didn't even get that. I don't even think he got many carries in the Super Bowl.
I can't wait for people on TikTok to do this, because they told me Julio Jones was a Hall of Famer because he was a 2010s receiving yards leader. So TikTok, I'm asking you guys, LaShawn McCoy was a 2010s rushing leader. Is LaShawn McCoy a Hall of Famer? I just need y'all to answer that, stitch this, talk to us, let us know. Because in my opinion, hell no.
Yeah, it's a hell of a no for me too.
I don't know, man. I think he had a pretty decent career.
Is Corey Dillon a Hall of Famer?
No. He's not.
I don't know, man.
Corey
Like,
Dillon is
that's
a Ring of
tough.
Honor guy. He's not a Hall of
That's
Famer.
tough. I'm on the fence,
Corey
bro.
Dillon is a Hall of Famer.
He was never. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
But I hate that that's your criteria, bro. Like, that's not criteria to be a Hall of Famer, bro. Like, you gotta understand, that's not a criteria to be a Hall of Famer, bro. Because there are a lot of that era of football was very, very competitive. And you gotta consider,
I don't like that. I don't like that idea.
but you gotta consider the stats on top of
So I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you
the rings. Like, it's a combination of both.
I'm gonna put out a name, and he played in a different time of football, harder hitting. Guys were going for his head, and he was one of the better running backs in the league. And he's never gonna make the Hall of Fame because he doesn't get enough credit. But I'm gonna name two. Priest Holmes is never gonna make it, and believe it or not, this is a stretch. But Ward Dunn's never gonna make it.
Well, should they?
Ain't no stretch.
But I'm saying, but they're in the same conversation and same level of play as a LaShawn McCoy in their time playing.
I don't know about LaShawn McCoy. That's shady. That's tricky. I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna say no.
Because Priest Holmes was lit, so was Warwick, but they don't get enough. They're never gonna get that credit.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think Shady was better. No, I ain't gonna say it. Bro.
You don't think Shady's better than who?
I ain't gonna say it, bro. No.
Priest or
Warwick?
No,
he's not better than Priest Holmes. I don't think he's better than Jamal
Shady
Charles
was not.
either.
That's a stretch. That might be a stretch.
I don't know about that one.
Because Jamal only had like one or two.
Jamal don't never get injured.
Yeah, he couldn't stay healthy.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing I don't get. I don't think he was better than him. They got the same amount of all pros. And y'all don't want me to say who I don't think he better than for sure. So y'all know who I already think.
Portis.
He's not better than Clinton Portis. If Clinton ain't in the Hall of Fame, Shady in the Hall of Fame. Because he is not better than Clinton Portis. We can stop all that right there. LaShawn McCoy is not better than Clinton Portis. It's not even close.
I'm sorry, but you had 6 years, you had 1K, and you played 12 seasons, so you had half your. I don't know. I don't know if that's good enough criteria stats wise.
Who?
Shady.
Mm.
Only reason why Priest's career got cut short too a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think
a lot more hits.
So
this Warwick Dunn is a better
comparison
because he has closer to the yards. He has almost 11,000 yards.
Corey Dillon too. Corey Dillon got 11,000 yards too. Damn, Warwick Dunn. I know Priest Holmes was going fucking stupid.
He was. He didn't play enough years though.
Yeah, he didn't.
But
bro, he was at KC when he was in his damn near 30. That's crazy.
He's like that, bro.
That's why I became a Chiefs fan, because of Priest Holmes.
If Ravens didn't draft Jamal Lewis, he would be a Raven probably his whole career.
All right, let's go on to the next topic though. So Daniel Jones wants $45 million. Do we think he deserves that? And who do we think will get paid for us, Lamar or Daniel Jones?
Correct me if I'm. Is Daniel Jones in the same type of situation, or has he got like a year technically left?
I think
because that's gonna be the deciding. Because didn't it come out that they didn't pick up his 5th year?
Yeah, he was saying straight. They didn't pick up his 5th year. They didn't pick up him or Eli's or him or Saquon's 5th year.
I don't think Lamar is going to get paid before March 7th, which is the day. I think he's going to get tagged.
Chubbs.
I'm being real. You can give me that look all you want, but I'm being honest with
Chubbs, I don't want to get this in the Lamar argument right now. I'm saying something. And if I'm wrong, you can shit on me when it happens. But Lamar Jackson will not be a Baltimore Raven.
Okay.
When it's all said and done. You already seen the nasty narratives that their team is pulling to make him look in a bad light.
You're saying that. You're saying that.
Chubbs, don't cut me off. That. They're putting him in. They're doing stuff. This happens every time somebody wants a contract and people don't disagree. We saw the Steelers do it in the front office as well for years with Le'Veon. And then more importantly is they didn't, per his camp from Stephen A., he was never consulted on who would be the next offensive coordinator for his team. And I think in this day and age of football, that is very weird. Something like that to happen, and just tell him, hey, this is who your new guy is going to be. I think he's going to be Atlanta Falcon.
I think you're looking a little bit too much into that. Yes, he wasn't consulted, maybe, on the hire.
It's not maybe. His camp said he wasn't consulted, Chubb.
But every single player that is a vet that have done stuff in this league says that hire, Todd Monken, is an excellent hire.
Doesn't matter.
For Lamar Jackson.
Doesn't matter.
And this is another thing I'll say. It does matter, Wayne, because you're not. Let me finish. In his college career with at Louisville, he was in a pro-style spread offense. That is exactly what this guy runs that's coming in. So they might have not consulted him, but they did make that hire in the best interest of Lamar if Lamar is going to be the quarterback. Let's not act like that's not what they did now. Now, next part. To make Lamar happy, they promoted T. Martin to a quarterback's coach. His guy is his quarterback's coach. They didn't talk about that on ESPN, but his guy is a quarterback's coach.
What about the $133 million they're only willing to offer him?
That's fine. That is fine. Okay, cool. That came out. Ravens probably not happy that came out. Lamar's camp did that to put pressure on the Ravens, I honestly believe. Because all of a sudden, they reached out to Stephen A. randomly. Stephen A. didn't go out.
There was a smear campaign going on set up by the Ravens front office.
This is my final stance on it, and at the end, I'm personally, and I can speak for all Ravens fans when I say this, I'm just tired of seeing this shit every day. I want something to happen. If it's a sign, if it's a trade, I just want this shit to be over.
What will you do if Lamar's traded?
I'm gonna be upset. Obviously, I'll be upset because this guy is a once in a lifetime player. He's arguably our best quarterback ever.
Wait. He's a what?
Bro, Wayne, don't do this, dude. Wayne.
I'm not gonna do it.
Wayne. I'm gonna say one thing. You got to remember what you say on pods, because we all said it and we all agreed. And we were talking about generational type players. This was before the Super Bowl.
I didn't agree.
Yes, you did.
Did I not say he wasn't generational?
No, you did. You said he is a generational type player.
No. I said he's Vic 2.0.
Wayne, I do this literally all the time with you, and I find the clip.
Go find it, because I remember we were arguing about me saying he's just like Vic, so he can't be generational.
Bro, we talking.
And I said,
he did more than Vic.
I said Cam was I said that didn't matter. I said Cam was generational.
Bro, Wayne, you said he was.
Mahomes was generational.
I'm not getting this because I know what you said, and you said he was.
I'm not gonna lie. I may be wrong, but I think you may have said he was generational, because you did say Cam was generational.
I said
you did compare him to Vic. I think you.
But
did
we all Joey was there too. We all had a consensus. All right. So let me keep going before you cut me off.
No, I'm not gonna cut you off until I find the clip.
He is once in a generation because he broke the record for Vic very early.
And that's how why I know I didn't say kind of like look at Justin Fields. He just did it, because that's how I know I didn't.
No, bro, you did say it, Wayne. You did. You did.
I'll let you go.
Come on. Get to your point.
You did. And when you find it, you got to stop doing this, and you got to remember what you say on previous pods, because I have a library in my head that remembers everything.
Anthony Davis, not top.
Yeah, right. He forgot that, but he found it real quick. But look, I will be upset, but I'm going to speak. Like I said, I'm speaking for every Ravens fan when I say this. I want something to happen. If it's sign him, if it's not sign him, I'm tired of the media just talking about it every single day. It's tiring. It's for Ravens fans, it's draining, because he is our best quarterback ever in franchise history. He's better than Joe Flacco in franchise history. I know Joe Flacco got a Super Bowl, but we never had an MVP quarterback. He is that. He is unanimously an MVP quarterback. It will be very hard to watch football that year. I'll be honest with you, because it's like you're kind of like starting over if you think about it. Even though you do have a great team surrounding whatever piece goes there, if it's not Lamar, but you're kind of starting over with a quarterback with the OC, depending on who it is.
What does losing Lamar gain the Ravens?
That's my point. It doesn't make any sense for them to walk away from it.
I'm saying, like, if y'all were to what?
The only thing that would be gained. This is the only gain from not having Lamar is you have all this money to work on the team in other areas. That is the only thing.
So there's no scenarios in which y'all could get picked for him.
There are scenarios if they do an exclusive tag, which this is why people are thinking he's going to get traded. They do an exclusive tag and somebody wants him, which somebody will pay him a lot of fucking money. Don't get me wrong. We get 2 first-round draft picks. But if we give the other tag, which is the more money, not the 32 or 35 mil a year tag, which is the exclusive, forgot what the other one is. We can get whatever we want in that trade. So we can ask for like 5 or 6 first-round draft picks throughout the years if we really wanted to. But then you're taking a bigger cap hit if you do it that way. So Ravens are kind of like, it's going to be a risk type of thing. Are we going to give them the exclusive and give these other teams a chance? Or are we going to shut shit down and say, all right, you can't, no one's offering them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it will be hard to watch that year if that does happen, if Lamar's not our quarterback. But I'm still a Ravens fan till the end, even though they piss me the fuck off a lot with the way they go about things.
The decision.
Now, if it is true, which it sounds like it's factual with the 133, because it's not the first time we saw that. It's not. I'm not, as a Ravens fan, I'm not on Lamar for that. I'm on the organization because that makes us look cheap. I know he didn't ask for a fully guaranteed contract per his camp, evidently. But the fact that you can't give him more guaranteed money than Kyler Murray does rub me as a fan the wrong way for Lamar. It makes me say, like, what the hell, Eric DaCosta? What the hell, Steve Bisciotti?
Well, I guess my question is, like, what's the balance? Like, y'all pay Lamar. I get it. That's y'all most valuable asset. But doesn't that still put y'all in the same position that they did last year, not having any weapons around them?
See, that's what they're trying to figure out with Lamar.
Because my thing is, like, let's say y'all trade for some first round picks, mainly this year. I mean, y'all can look to get a, quarterback.
I mean that's a possibility, and, obviously.
Trade for an earlier pick in the draft to get a quarterback. You got a couple quarterbacks coming out.
And Ravens, I'm benefit of doubt. Ravens are good at finding quarterbacks in drafts.
Yeah, put somebody on a rookie contract and then put weapons around them.
But But saying that, I don't want that to happen. I can't see Lamar not playing for the Ravens. You know what I mean? Like, the team literally is designed for him.
Yeah.
They put so much stock into him. Now, transparency, the other they put so much stock in him, but they also didn't provide enough weapons around him.
Yeah. Wants to win. You need weapons to win.
But here's the thing with the negotiation process. Like, he obviously wants to win. We all want to win. We all want a Super Bowl in Baltimore. We all want him to get a receiver. If we pay him all that money, we might not be able to get a big time receiver to pair with.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's just
now,
back. But at the same time,
and that goes to Lamar. Lamar has to give a little bit, give and pull. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I still got Mark Andrews. I mean, he's made it work, but I think y'all need a little bit more to get over the hump. Definitely.
That's the biggest thing. It's not going to work. I mean, Rashad Bateman, I think, is going to pan out. I know he hasn't been healthy, but I think he's going to pan out. Mark Andrews obviously is proven. Other than that, I don't put much stock into Duvernay, Prochet. I've seen the last 3 years. I'm over with. We need to revamp it. But not knowing what's going to happen at your centerpiece is, like, concerning. Which is why I just want something to happen sooner rather than later. If we sign him, great. We trade him, it sucks. But, like, we just got to. I want something to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I do know if Daniel Jones get that 45 mil, they better not try Lamar and try.
well, here's another thing. The Ravens need to get on it because you got Lamar, you got Daniel Jones, you got Joe Burrow, you got Jalen Hurts all coming up ready to get paid. If he ends up being the last one, that could end up being worse for the Ravens.
Yep. They better pay him something. He better reset the market.
Baltimore, this is the Eric DeCosta, Steve, whatever. Give him $200 million guaranteed. Give him more than Kyler Murray because that is disrespectful as fuck. Not giving him more guarantee money than Kyler.
To me, Kyler Murray like that.
No, he's ass, bro.
Wayne
searching the dark web.
I ain't searching the dark web.
Can't find it.
Can't find it.
Nah, I'm on there right here. I'm looking. I'm waiting to skip this part because when we're talking about top 10 QBs, I know for a fact I didn't say huge generation.
I don't think it was that. It wasn't recent. It was like a month and a half ago.
Right, so I'll look
it wasn't during the top 10. I promise you.
All right.
You can look in that, but I don't think it was.
So I guess did you guys talk about Daniel Jones? I don't think he deserves 45 mil.
I don't think he deserves 45.
I'll give him the 30, and that's only just because the way the quarterbacks are now.
That's a big jump. 15
I think
mil.
I think he's gonna get probably around 35, 38.
Yeah, that's what he deserves. He's ass. He had 15 touchdowns last year. I don't know. I know his receivers sucked and all that, but he's ass.
But my thing that geeks me, and we're doing it because we're comparing him right now, I guess, with Lamar with the contract wise. Lamar is unanimously an MVP, and he has wins. He's statistically proven in the regular season. Daniel Jones is nowhere near that. So I don't know why he thinks he should deserve the same amount.
He had a great year. They didn't give him any. I don't blame him for asking that. He's improved every year since he's gotten in the league. Had 1 year. Vanilla Vic, you know what I'm saying? He did his little thing. 45 mil, that's crazy to me.
Are we talking about these mocks? Because I do have two guys.
Yeah. Next, who is your favorite prospect in this coming up?
I got an offensive and a defensive guy. Offensively, as a receiver, because I paid a lot of attention to receivers.
He about to say the same person I'm about to say.
I love Zay Flowers.
Okay, let me find somebody else to pick.
Love Zay Flowers. Route running, breaking, in and out of the route, speed. He's got it all. He's got hands. He's underrated. He's probably the 5th or 6th best receiver on the prospect board, but really I think he's better than that. It's just he played at Boston College. Zay Flowers definitely one for me. 2, my defensive person. I think he's going to have a Patrick Surtain type of effect. Maybe J.C. Horn when he comes in. Christian Gonzalez from Oregon is like that. He is the best cornerback in this draft, and I stand on that. He's better than Joey Porter. He is junior. He's better than Brian Branch from Alabama. He is better than Kaylee Ringo from Georgia. Christian Gonzalez is him. He's I think 6'1", 6'2". He's got the length. He's got the speed. And he's locks. He really is locks. So Christian Gonzalez and Zay Flowers are my top 2 for offense and defense that I'm most excited about, really.
I got a couple things to say. First of all, I think Bryce Young is going to be a bust.
Who?
Bryce Young.
You think he's going to be a bust?
I do think Bryce Young's going to be a bust.
You drinking the Kool-Aid that he's too short?
No, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid that these Alabama quarterbacks are not as good as they used to be.
Man, Tua had top 5 year, top 10.
Tua can't stay healthy. Mac Jones is trash, and AJ McCarron is where. So yeah, I mean, I ain't. And then on top of the fact that Bryce Young couldn't even do it at Alabama this past year. But I mean, he could prove me wrong. I do think CJ Stroud is going to be a steal for whoever he goes to. Jackson Smith from O State, I think he's going to come out and be a good pickup. He's going to be a steal in the draft, as well as Quentin Johnston from TCU.
I'm not high on him.
I feel like he's going to be a player like Mike Williams. Not talent. I mean, just impact wise, as far as going on the
Quentin?
team. Yeah, Quentin.
He
Going
worries me.
going on the team. I think he's gonna bulk up a little bit. He's a skinny dude, but I think he's gonna.
No, he's not. He's not skinny. He's a big receiver.
He's tall, but he's skinny. Like
He's got some. He's got some.
he gonna bulk up. He gonna bulk up. I think he's gonna be like he's gonna go on the team, um, and be a number 2 option at first. But he's definitely going make a name for himself. I know playing at TCU in that conference competition was kind of low, but he did go over 1,000 yards.
He gives
On
me.
60
This might be harsh, but he gives me Kevin White vibes.
White from West Virginia.
Yes, they came in and was a top 8 pick.
Low key.
He gives me Kevin White vibes because I don't know what you're going to get out of him in the pros.
Yeah, I mean, I got high hopes for him, but I'm more so Jackson Smith, and CJ. I think they're gonna be a steal for whoever drafts them. I don't got no defensive prospects just yet. Nobody was too impressive to me. I'm not gonna say too impressive, but nobody. I gotta wait and see.
Man, that man Will Anderson's a freak.
His numbers weren't that impressive though. Like as far as tackles.
Not this year. Last year it was crazy.
For me, I think Nathaniel Dell out of Houston to me is the best receiver in this class. He's the best. He's going to be the best receiver in this class, in my opinion. Gets open, nice, can block. Which one thing we do like, he can do everything for you. I think he's the best receiver in this class without a doubt. He's my wide receiver 1 on my big board. I think he's the best receiver in this class. That's the guy I want. Defensively, Khalil Kancey from Pitt. He's one of my. I like him a lot, but the player I'm really excited that's going to be more of an experiment is Lucas Van Ness. Really, really strong guy. He doesn't have too many pass rush moves. I think he has to go to the right team to develop him. But he can be a real solid 3-4 defensive end / D tackle.
Is that the Texas Tech guy?
No, that's the guy from Iowa. The white boy from Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah. 6'5", 270. Strong as hell. He goes to the right team. He can be a real good, strong side DN for any team. So those are my 2 favorite. But yeah, I think Nathaniel Dell is really, really good. Obviously, I think to me, he's the receiver 1. But then Jordan Addison, man, he is.
This draft is really, really.
Zay Flowers is going to be the guy I was going to mention, but you already brought him up. I think it's Nathaniel Dell, Zay Flowers, and then Jordan Addison. I do think Quentin Johnson might be a bust.
Somebody's going to get a steal on day 2 or 3 when they get Raheem. I'm telling you. Raheem Jarrett is going to be a good receiver in this league.
All right, man. Now we're going to go to our This or That segment. So, This or That. Prime Marvin Harrison or Prime Julio Jones?
Man, give me the guy that actually scores touchdowns, bro. Give me Marvin Harrison. Prime Marvin. Prime Julio's going to give you hella yards, though.
Give me Prime Marvin Harrison as well.
Thank you. This is clean sweep.
Prime.
One's a Hall of Famer, one's not.
Prime. Prime Todd Gurley or Prime Reggie Williams?
Ooh. Damn, that's tough. That's tough. Prime Reggie is hard, though.
Give me Prime Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley would have been one of the best running backs ever if his knees didn't give out on him.
I'm going to go Reggie. Man, revolutionized the game with that Wildcat.
That was Ronnie Brown.
It was both of them running it.
I agree. Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley was that dude.
All right.
No doubt.
Prime Le'Veon Bell or Prime Saquon Barkley?
I don't know why this is a comparison. It's stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Because in every facet of the game, Saquon is better than Le'Veon.
Wait.
Every facet?
In every single facet of the game.
The only thing
Saquon Barkley is better than Le'Veon Bell. You put Saquon behind that.
Le'Veon can't. Saquon can't line up at receiver.
Saquon can't line up at receiver? Oh, my
No.
God.
Bro.
Not like Le'Veon.
Oh, my God, bro.
Saquon Bell is not better than the prime Le'Veon Bell, bro. Please stop, bro.
My. Saquon not even in his prime. Like, what are you talking about?
This shit over. This is the best we're going to see Saquon.
This is over?
It's over.
He hasn't played a full season.
Look at Le'Veon's best year.
He hasn't played a full season yet.
Bro, Le'Veon was lining up in the slot.
This is wild. Bro.
I don't know, Wayne.
That is stupid. That is a dumb comparison. Like, what?
I don't know, Wayne.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Wayne. I don't know, man.
What?
I might have
even close.
I might have
2014, that's 1,300 yards and 800 plus receiving yards, 83 receptions.
How many touchdowns?
He had 11 total. But we got to think he's on a team with the best receiver in the league.
Let's have this conversation again in 2 years, bro.
Hey, bro. All fairness, Saquon did that with Daniel Jones, damn near. Your boy had Big Ben and AD.
By default, bro. Stop it.
Bro, just
by default. Who else is going to get the ball on the team?
Also, another thing.
Who else is going to get the ball on the team?
Wayne, another thing. Can we stop this? Because Steelers definitely had a way better offensive line than Giants ever have with Saquon.
You put Saquon behind the offensive line, Saquon's going for 3,000.
So why when everybody else came in, nobody did what Le'Veon did?
Because everybody else wasn't Saquon. That's why.
Bro, that year Le'Veon did that. The year Le'Veon did that, you had Marquise Pouncey still. DeCastro was still playing good football at that guard. You had Ramon Foster.
Give me Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon. Le'Veon.
That's wild.
All right, next, this or that. You're taking Jerry Rice and plopping him in this era, or plopping Megatron in the 90s. Who are you guys picking?
Actually, I'm picking Jerry just because the game changed from then and now. Like Jerry would go for crazy stats because defenders can't really touch Jerry if he played in this year's era. Can't come around, can't hit him over the middle. He ain't taking his head off. I'll go Jerry on this, even though Megatron in the 90s is stupid with the corners, but there's some lit corners though, Wayne. There's some lit corners. But strictly off of how the game is right now, Jerry would eat.
You ever watch Jerry Rice run routes?
I know he's one of the best route runners.
You ever watch Jerry Rice run routes?
I just answered it.
That shit is getting covered today. What are we talking about, bro?
I gotta say that.
Jerry Rice is getting strapped today, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
They doubling Jerry Rice, bro. Up over top.
They're not doubling him, doubling Megatron?
You know how they saw
double that.
You know how they saw Michael Jordan in the 90s? Like, yo, we can't believe this is a guy out here athletically doing this.
Hold on.
They would shit themselves if they saw Megatron out there. Look at as soon as they saw Randy Moss come in the league, they're like, oh my God. Imagine Megatron in the 90s, bro. Stop.
Bro, it's a question for you.
It was still physical when Megatron was
You don't
playing.
think Megatron it was against 90s Bucks? Let's go 90s Bucks.
90s Bucks wasn't not too crazy.
They had Rondé Barber and John Lynch. What are you talking about?
They could have whoever else they want.
Well, I'm saying you don't think they're gonna cover that?
It's a lot of corners nowadays who can one-on-one coverage, and I think they can definitely hold Jerry Rice to.
And there wasn't corners back then, Dio.
Not
so we're
as
talking
many now.
6'5", 220, running a 4.35.
I know.
Sorry, 6'5", 237, running a 4.35.
It was like what? It was like three corners back then.
Bro, I promise you that 4.5 that Jerry Rice running is not doing nothing today, bro.
I just think it's the game, bro.
All right, let me stop it. Not doing nothing. He's not the same Jerry Rice. Let me just say that.
He's not. We got a lot of corners who can line up against Jerry Rice and hold him.
Let me see cornerback.
You had Deion Sanders. You had Charles Wilson. That's pretty much it.
Bro, Deion Sanders, Rod
Chris,
Wilson, Darrell Green, Mel Blunt,
Darrell Green
Mel
was just
Blunt,
fast.
Champ
Darrell Green was
Bailey,
just fast.
Ty Law, Charles
Bro, that was
Woodson.
that.
What are we doing?
I just said all three of those names.
Rondé Barber, Troy Vincent. Like, come on now.
We can't count Champ. Champ was better with when he was playing in Megatron.
Yeah, 2000s or the 90s. Yeah, no, it was 2000.
2000s, yeah, he's saying Champ, like rookie Champ. Like, what? We
Yeah.
talking about like 90 to like 96, 90. Like, come on. Those years. And Jerry was getting strapped by Dion. I'll tell you right now, Dion don't want to see Megatron. That's a fact, bro. Dion do not want to see Megatron at all.
These were this is the all '90s team that these are the top 4 corners they say in the '90s.
Mm-hmm.
Deion, Rod Woodson, Darrell Green, and I can't even say his name, Aeneas Williams, but I know who it is. I couldn't say his first name.
Cardinals.
So
who guarded Megatron?
Nobody. That's
Hey,
Rod Woodson.
Oh my god, ain't nobody, none of those names.
The only person that could guard Megatron is Sean Taylor, bro.
He always gotta find a way to sneak Sean Taylor in the sun, bro.
We know the only person that could guard that man is
they're
Sean
both
Taylor.
going to do great things, but I think Jerry's going to do more.
So Jerry would be the best receiver in the league right now?
Would Calvin be the best receiver in the league right
Yes.
What? Jerry, hold on.
Jerry would be the best receiver in the league right now?
No,
now?
zero chance.
Nah.
Calvin would though.
By default.
All right, man. Get out of here talking about default.
I mean, you just can't stop that, brother. You just can't stop a guy who can just go up and get it.
You also got to get the ball in the right spot for him to go up and get it.
And there's no such thing as a right spot. Matt Stafford was just throwing the ball in the air. Throw it to an area. Calvin's going to go get it. All right, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to say before we get up out of here?
I got one question for you. Besides, we're not on Calvin. You think Calvin being 6'6" was the only reason he was like that?
I don't care.
I'm asking you, yes or no? Because there's a guy that the Jaguars drafted way back when who was same height.
No, I think Calvin was just a dog too.
And same athleticism. He just couldn't do anything. You know what I'm talking? The white boy that got drafted by Jaguars. He was like 6'6", freakish athlete.
What was his name? I forget his name.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
yeah. I can't think of his name.
He was a Chico to Madden though when you put him.
But they called him. He was the Megatron before Megatron. Yeah, I forgot his name. But he was a freakish athlete, 6'6" too, and he only had like one good season with the Jaguars. Forgot his name.
Come on, bro. I'm trying to remember his name.
But you know who I'm talking about because there was a special on him or something. I watched it. I was like, oh, they had this guy? I didn't know he played receiver for the Jaguars.
Bro, what is his name? It's going to bother me, bro. I remember him, too. He used to be a dog on... Matt Jones! Matt Jones! It was Matt Jones, bro. Matt Jones was a dog. What are you talking about? Yeah, he was 6'6". Matt Jones, he was in Arkansas. He was...
Yeah, he was nice at Arkansas. Yeah, they thought he was about to be...
do shit.
Yeah, he only had like 1 year that he had a good 1 year. So, all right, yeah, I forgot about that. That guy was nice for a year.
Matt Jones, that's crazy. I remember using him, man. He was nice and Madden. All right, man. Anything I want to say to people before we get up out of here?
Nah. Have a good weekend, y'all.
We'll be back on Monday.
On Monday, you might be calling me Pat Riley because I'm gonna have a ring.
Okay. Big Coach Chubbs in here, man.
Championship game tomorrow.
Shout out to you, man. All right, man. Good luck on the championship game, Chubbs.
Appreciate you.
Get that dub for the boys. I recently watched Coach Carter the other day. I just want to tell y'all that movie is trash. Let me tell you why it's trash.
That's crazy.
Because in every listen.
That's a classic.
I had problems with every sports movie. In all the great sports movies, nobody wins, right?
That's true. Yeah.
That's ass.
So was Friday Night Lights trash too?
No.
They didn't win.
I'm being harsh. It's not trash. Friday Night Lights is one of the. I think Remember the Titans is the best one. Then Friday Night Lights. I was gonna put Coach Carter in that conversation, right? And I was watching it.
What about that one with Keanu Reeves with the baseball team? They did win at the end,
Hardball.
even though the kid,
They killed G Baby, bro. I can't do nothing.
G Baby, man. But they won.
Listen. So the reason why I say Coach Carter is trash is because this movie was great. Everything was great about it, right? But these motherfuckers lost in the first round, bro. The first round, hey, bro, I forgot about this so long. Yeah,
Rich what?
I'm the only Todd Crane.
Yo, I was like, hey, yo, like, bro, the storylines and everything was great about it. But when we talking about the basketball, the sports part, bro, y'all could have made them lose at least the semifinals, bro. They lost in the first round of the playoffs
because they weren't supposed to be there. Remember, they weren't supposed to be there.
I don't care.
They would have.
And the crazy thing was how they said, "Oh, they were 16-0." The first game we saw them play was they lost, and then the next game he was their coach. So somebody lying about the record. One,
they were undefeated when he was coach.
Bro, they're talking about they undefeated for the season.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's crazy. That's everything. When I watch it on the plane, bro, I literally remember when Cruz's cousin died. I was on the plane crying, bro. And then I'm watching this, bro. I'm like, they lost in the first round, bro. The first round is crazy, yo. I don't care if it's based on a true story. Lie, fabricate something, bro. At least make them get to the semifinals or finals and lose, bro. Just the first round, bro.
There goes our two leading scorers. Well, I guess we'll have two more.
Hey, so I do got one more question for y'all, Wayne and DL. We didn't talk about this. What do you guys think about the Eric Bieniemy hire for Washington?
Great hire for them. I would love to see them. I think they're probably going to end up with C.J. Stroud.
You think so?
Yeah. Right now, Anthony Richardson is the favorite to be the number 1 overall pick. I always thought he was QB1, and now he's boasted to be the number 1 pick. So I think.
Oh no, you're talking about from Florida.
Yeah.
Dude from Tennessee not coming out, is he?
He is. He's going to be like a third round or fourth round because he tore his ACL.
He has his injury. That's
he also was a 5th-year senior.
He's nice.
He was snapping, bro.
But he is basically Kenny Pickett in age.
Yeah, he's old as hell. He's like,
he is. He's like 20. He's like 26, 27.
Yeah, he's like a 6-year. He's Brandon Whedon.
Brandon Whedon, yeah.
But yeah, so. Yeah. I think I love that for them. I just hope he proves himself. I don't want him to go there and he suck and they be right about everything. But I don't think that's gonna be true. And that's why I brought up the Shady thing because Shady was hating on him. That was some Shady a real hater, bro. That was crazy. He been hating like crazy, but that was some real hater stuff.
Crazy work.
Crazy work. Nah, I think his success definitely gonna be dependent on if they get a quarterback. I think it's gonna suck.
I think they're gonna ride with Sam Howell though.
Bro,
this year.
You could get C.J. Stroud.
I think they are.
If Bryce Young falls, you could get him.
If anything, they need to ride with Heineke. But that's just.
I just got a feeling that Sam Howell's gonna be their quarterback. They're gonna use the draft capital
they might get Justin
elsewhere.
Fields. The Bears are talking about trading him. Might get Justin
Lance.
Fields.
You will know that if they if they go for a quarterback. If they don't go for a quarterback, then no.
All right, we seen that they draft Josh Rosen next year. They get seen it.
Josh Rosen was ass.
He was. All right, man. Until next time, my name is Wayne. I can't believe I'm still suspended on the PS5.
Wait, you still can't go?
Yeah,
until 11:59
tonight. Are you on?
I'm not. It's tomorrow, bro. I can't.
11:50.
I can't play that Sunday, bro. It's crazy.
Hey, HD Nation. Don't message people and say bad words on PS5.
I didn't even say a bad word, but you can't say it. But
I can't say it, so it's a bad word.
It's Black History Month.
So white people can't say it. It becomes a bad word. That's crazy.
I mean, it's a bad word.
No, bro. It's a term of endearment.
Okay.
Depends on how you take it.
Well, the guy took it very wrong.
Man, that's crazy. That was messed up what he did to me, bro.
He said, I hope you got another account.
I'm dead. That's funny.
Just be nice to people.
All right, man. Until next time, man. My name is Wayne. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.